so excited to have you guys here, Tina and Paul Ciesla, to teach us all the things that you know all about the business in 1 hour. In 1 hour. We are doing a Facebook Live video. We want some other people that can't be here tonight, that may be in other areas, to see this as well. So don't do anything weird that you don't want on the internet, because I'm just saying, we are live. We are broadcasting right now. Hey guys. So anyway, without further ado, here we go.
Thanks,
You're very welcome.
Yay! So we need some happy music, right? Next best thing's a nitro. Sorry, baby, I didn't bring you one.
We need to turn this on?
Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, it was on. Why isn't it on now? Cherie,
The TV's not on.
did we turn the TV off when we went to the back?
Oh, well, we'll turn it back on.
There it is.
Yay! All right. Okay, who's had nitro before? Who hasn't had nitro? Oh my gosh, I'm missing out. Woo. Nitro will give you cognitive and physical energy without a whole lot of harsh stimulants. It does have an organic green tea in it, some ginseng extract, but it gives you that boost to your brain, and at this time of the night, I need it. I'm a morning person, so this is the time of the night that I start slumping, and instead of coffee or tea, nitro is what I choose. Also, inspiration. Has anybody ever tried this oil? Inspiration is my favorite blend right now. I'm going to go ahead and pass it around. You guys feel free to put a drop on, rub it in, cup your hands over your nose and mouth, and breathe it in, because you're going to need some inspiration for this class tonight. Now, as Cherie said, we have been around for a while. We're going to go into that, but we're going to go through a basics class tonight, because I know you don't want to spend the night here, and neither do I. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to be talking about the basics of Young Living. So imagine that you're your own boss. You get to set your own hours. You get to decide who you work with from day to day. You get to create a well-balanced life. And for some people, that has never been obtainable. I come from a salon business background. I spent 27 years doing nails. I was a manufacturer's rep for a popular nail product company. I traveled around with that. In the nail business, it's a service base. So unless you're doing a client, you don't get paid. And after all those years in the business, I had a full clientele. Unless I wanted to work more nights and more weekends, I had no way of making any more money. We all have 24 hours in the day, and mine were full, absolutely full, with doing one client to the next. I'd even given up my lunch hour, because that was time is money, right? So I had made it to a place at 45 years old where I thought, wow, this is it. This is what I'm going to make for the rest of my life. I hope the rate of inflation doesn't go up too much, right? So I had no sick pay. I had no vacation time. I had, of course, no residual income, and it was. I felt stuck. I loved the people. I loved doing nails, but I was stuck. So I'm an entrepreneur. I have been for 30 years, and it's just kind of what runs in my veins. When I was working in the salon, I was homeschooling my two girls. This is like right at 45 years old. I was working several days a week, was homeschooling my two girls, and traveling with that nail manufacturer, and then I was hit with an autoimmune diagnosis. And so while I was doing my research for how I could heal my body naturally, because the doctor, he handed me a stack of prescriptions, 12 to be exact, and said, you're going to be on these for the rest of your life. Let me know if you need an adjustment. And I said, nope, that is not how I roll. I come from a family with strong addiction genetics, and I said, nope, not for me. There's got to be a better way. So I started learning all kinds of natural ways to heal my body naturally. And that's when I discovered Young Living. So when I started, you got to know, when I was introduced to Young Living, I went from knowing nothing about what we do at Young Living to within a year, I had become a six-figure income earner with Young Living. And my whole life was turned around. So instead of living paycheck to paycheck, we were able to set aside money for retirement, set aside money for those vacations, set aside money for sick days, which, by the way, we weren't having as many because of Young Living. So that's pretty cool. We were able to give more to our church. We were able to give to charities that we love. And I'm able to attend all of my daughter's activities and her sports. And you know, when we look around the volleyball court, we're usually the only parents there. And Paul is the only dad there at most of our games. And that's kind of sad, isn't it? So, Paul, do you have anything to share on your aspect? After 1 year of joining Young Living, he said, okay, I'm going to come home with you full time. So tell us a little bit more about where you were at that point.
One of the main reasons I came home was I was working for AT&T in Atlanta. So the travel was crazy and Atlanta traffic and all that. And one of the questions I get from a lot of the men is, well, what if I love my job? That's fine. You don't have to come home. It was the right fit for us to stop the travel and stop being in that crazy traffic and the crazy life of driving back and forth from Birmingham to Atlanta. But we said that when we hit $10,000 a month income, I'm gonna come home, and we never hit 10. We went from 9 to 11, so I came home and never looked back.
Yeah, that was true. So when I joined Young Living, I wanted to know all about the health and wellness of the products. But when my first paycheck came, he said, "Wow, you signed up one person and your check was almost $80? Let me see the login information. I want to get on and I want to see what the compensation plan is." And I already told him, I'm not doing this as a business. I've been diagnosed. I'm juggling all this other stuff, spinning all the plates. I'm not learning this business because I'm not doing the business. But he had a bigger vision for it, and he just really started digging in and learning what the compensation plan was. And he would decipher that for me. And I call him the expert still to this day because he really did get in there and learn. As I was learning the products, he was learning how are we going to make this opportunity work best for us. So, and those are some of the things that we want to share with you guys tonight. So this is not easy. It's pretty hard, this work that we do with Young Living. It's very hard, but it's worth it. And I just want you guys to leave here tonight encouraged that anybody can do this. I was a nail tech, Diet Coke drinking, drive-through, eating kind of girl that didn't know much about natural wellness at all. And like I said, within a year, we were six-figure income earners, and that can happen for anybody in this room. It is happening for some of you in this room. So you're going to want to take notes. Please, while you're taking notes, write down any questions you may have, because we're going to try to go through this pretty quickly, and I know you're going to have questions. So just kind of write those down. If they're not answered by the next slide or the next information, then we'll definitely have a Q&A time after we're off of the Facebook Lives, okay? All right, so I have this new technology. I'm, learning how to use my phone as a remote. Okay, so first of all, we're going to look at some of the key areas you want to visit. Now, these things are right on youngliving.com. Has anybody noticed the facelift that we got this week? Isn't it gorgeous?
It looks fantastic.
I'm 50 and I like bright fonts, okay? Right? I don't want those light gray fonts. I want it to be easy to read. And so the new Young Living virtual office is absolutely gorgeous. So in the virtual office, you're going to go to a place called Member Resources. And that's where you're going to find some really key things to look at. That's where Paul started 5.5 years ago, deciphering all this stuff for me. So one of the main things is the terms and definitions.
That's a biggie. That is, if you guys have not looked at that, I would look at that. I would print it out. That explains so much about how it works and the different terms, what they mean and why they're that way. I tell everybody, read that first.
It's a whole new language. And so just like if you were going to another country, you would want to learn some of the basic words to be able to know where's the restroom, where's the train station, where can I get a taxi? So the terms and definitions are going to be a place for you to learn the language. And the more you learn the language, the more everything else is just going to click. Okay, and you might not know it all tonight, but that's part of your homework. All right, so the next place is your policies and procedures. Now, we just had a new P&P, is what we call it for short. August the 1st, is that right?
Yep.
August the 1st had some great upgrades to that P&P, so make sure when you look for the PMP, if you Google it, that you're finding the most current one. If you go to the virtual office, it's going to be the most current PMP. Read through that. When you click that little box when you enrolled in Young Living and said, I agree to the terms and conditions, that's what you agreed to. So, did you read it? Probably not. I didn't. So it's important that you go back and you really read that and understand, because just today somebody asked me a question about our sales tax, which is on the retail price of our products. And that's right there on page 12 of the P&P that explains why Young Living charges sales tax on the retail value of the product. Okay, also the compensation plan. So in the compensation plan, there are videos. There's this thing called Compensation Plan at a Glance, and this is my copy, or it's part of it. It's a 4-page document. This is 2 of those pages opened up. This is something that we had printed at Staples, Office Depot. You can go somewhere and have that PDF printed in a larger version for you to read. Again, it's easier on the eyes, and then have it laminated. This sits behind me in my office where I can look at it all the time. If you've watched any of Monique's videos, you've seen her talk about how she would blow out her hair and study the compensation plan. This is what she was looking at. So it's at a glance. It's all the facts and the figures and the things that you want to look at. And I still, to this day, look at it often. So the compensation plan is one of the most generous of all network marketing companies. Would you guys agree to that? If you've looked at any of the others, it's incredible. Some of these paid out, there's like 9 different items that are payout items on our commission check. Some of these are paid out very early, like as you're enrolling people, and some of them are paid out later as you begin to rank up. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of those. First, let's talk about some of the types of memberships with Young Living, because I know we have some brand new people in here, and I don't want to talk over anyone's head. When these particular memberships are those that you get paid on. When someone enrolls as a retail member, that's where they don't buy a kit. That's where they just use your member number and they log in and they can buy whatever they want at full retail. Yeah. And so your commission on that, though, is 24%. It's the difference in what a retail membership and a wholesale membership is. But you're paid that. So when you enroll somebody with a retail membership, you want to keep them first level to you, and we'll talk about that in a minute if that doesn't make much sense. As their enroller, you get paid that 24%, and you need 50 PV each month to earn that money. That qualifies you to get paid on that. Now, a retail member can also convert their membership at any time to a wholesale member. So let's say sometimes you have somebody that says, I really want to try some lavender, and I've heard a lot of good things about that Thieves, but I'm not ready to buy a starter kit. One of the first things that some people do is they say, oh, I'll just order it for you. Well, according to the PMP, you need to order it for somebody and sell it at 10% above wholesale, okay? So sometimes we're not doing that, and that's a violation of the PMP. The easiest thing to do is just to say, okay, great, here's my member number, log in, and pick out whatever you want. You don't have to buy a starter kit. You're going to make 24% on that. Okay, that rarely happens, because when people see if I buy Thieves and lavender, I'm already at like what? That's probably about $75 at retail. They're halfway to the starter kit. So you see, they see the value when they start seeing the retail price. Okay, so the next type of membership is the wholesale member.
Let me make one comment on the retail. A lot of the retail customers that you get are actually from the orphan pool.
Good point.
So they just show up on your downline. And one of the main things you need to do at that point is talk to them. Get a hold, call them up, talk to them. Because if they need to know the difference in the wholesale and the retail, and that they can become a member. Because if somebody else talks to them, they go right to that person. They don't go to you. So they're anybody's game if they're a retail customer. So you want to talk to them and let them know about the wholesale. And even if they don't want to go wholesale, you've at least told them. And then when you're ready, if you do want to go wholesale, let me know, and we'll hook you up with an account. That way, if one of their friends talks to them or whatever, or somebody that they're, like I said, they're fair game.
That's right. That's right. Great point. Thank you for interjecting. Okay, so the wholesale member, that's kind of where we all camp out for a lot of what we're doing. This is otherwise known as a distributor. So you see those names used interchangeably, especially with Young Living. With a wholesale member, it requires a purchase of a kit. It can be a basic starter kit. It can be a premium starter kit. And there are several of those, you know, now. We have the one with the oils. We have the one with the Thieves Household Products. We have Ningxia Red. And we even have the Savvy Mineral Makeup. So there's a starter kit for a lot of different people. And by the way, if you want to send an email asking for a men's starter kit, I'd love you for that. They usually will listen to what we request. So I do think we need a men's starter kit. All right, so the purchase of a premium starter kit, all of our premium starter kits range in price from $150 to $170. But the PV on all of them is a 100 PV. PV is product value. It's what we're paid on. And so when we say we're getting commission and we're looking at our volume on our virtual office, we're looking at PV, not dollars. So we're going to refer to that quite a bit. When you, as an enroller, you sign up a friend with a premium starter kit, you're going to earn $50. That's awesome, 50 bucks. So 4 of those, you've paid for your premium starter kit, plus you have some extra money in your pocket. So it's a great, generous payout. Now, you only need 50 PV as your personal order during the month that you enrolled someone to earn that commission. All right? Now, let me talk to you about how we come up with that $50 enrollment bonus. $25 of it comes from a line item called a starter kit bonus. 25 bucks, straight 25 bucks. You do not earn this on the basic starter kit because there's no PV on it and it's not a premium kit, but you do on all the premium kits. Now, on the Fast Start bonus, that's 25% of the PV on the order. Some people sign up with just a kit. So 25% of 100 PV, 25 bucks. So you add that $25 from the starter kit bonus to the $25 from the 25%, and you're at $50. Okay, so did I leave anything out?
Well, the only thing I'm thinking,
Because we're going to go into that in big detail in the next slide.
And one of the things that people get really upset about is signing up somebody at the end of the month and they have some kind of a problem with their order and it doesn't go through, and you don't get it to go through to the next month. That bonus is gone. You still get the percent, but the starter kit bonus you do not get.
Yes.
And people have lost their minds over that.
Yes. So just to kind of reiterate what he said, because he picks up on all these little caveats, right? So let's say it's October 31st. You're having a class. You're trying to get your monthly numbers up, and you enrolled 3 people. Well, one of them, the credit card didn't go through, and you didn't find out about it till November 1st. So they were kicked out of the system, right? They have big exclamation point with a triangle around it. We don't like to see those. It's not too late to get them enrolled, but it's too late to get the starter kit bonus on that. That $25, it goes away because of the change of the month. All right, so as you're working the end of the month hustle, make sure that you're getting those people in and that they're good, clean enrollments before that clock strikes midnight. Okay, write your questions down. We'll come back to that at the end if you have any on that. So we're going to go into explaining a little bit more about the Fast Start bonus because this is a big one. So there is 50 PV required from you to have on your personal order to earn 25% on the people you personally enroll. This is paid during the new members' 3 months. I thought when I enrolled it was my 3 months, but it's not. It's their 3 months, okay? This does cap out. If you have somebody that purchases over 800 PV, let's say they get 801, you're only going to get $200 on that because it caps out at 800. So if you've got somebody that's a big spender and they're ordering a lot of product, talk to them about maybe pacing that till the next month, all right? Because this changes on the next month. For the first 3 months, again, let's say you just had a class on October 31st, you enrolled a whole bunch of people. That day, one day, October 31st, is their first month.
It's calendar months, not 90 days.
That's right. Sometimes you hear people say, it's the first 90 days, and that's incorrect, okay? It's the first 3 months. So you see my little bubbles here. This is you. You enroll Sally, okay? Sally spent the first month 100 PV. She bought a premium starter kit, and you earned $25. In month 2, Sally spent $50, and you earned $12.50 of that $50. And in month 3, she spent $125, and you earned $31.25 on that. So Young Living pays out that 25% in those first 3 months to encourage you to get their education on, okay? So if you're helping them ditch and switch and get all the good, clean products in their home, and you're really working with them, getting them on Essential Rewards, we'll talk about that in a minute, and you're helping them, then the bulk of your commission is going to be earned during that time. So there's a little bit more to that Fast Start bonus. You, as an enroller, are encouraged to help your new members get new members of their own. Because when your personally enrolled members sign someone up with a premium starter kit, you're going to get 10% of their PV. All right, so I personally enrolled Natalie. Every time Natalie enrolls somebody, I get 10% of that PV for their first 3 months. So it's constantly going. It's a great incentive to help you train your people to duplicate. So you need 50 PV for any Fast Start bonus on your own purchase. This particular one will cap out again at 800 PV, so 10% of 800 is $80. So let's look at this. That same lady, Sally, that we enrolled, she enrolled somebody named Julie. So Julie ordered during her first 3 months. These are the totals that Sally earned from Julie's order, because Sally earned 25% of Julie's order. In that same time period, because I enrolled Sally, I'm getting 10% of her enrollments. So those are the commissions that I earned from enrolling Sally, who enrolled Julie. And it doesn't matter where those people are placed in your organization, it's you're personally enrolled. As they enroll, then you get that 10% again and again and again. Did I leave anything out? I'm doing good, huh? He's taught me well. Okay, you guys, did you know about this temporary bonus that's available to you right now? This is brand new. It started October 1st. It runs through December 31st. It's called the Essential Rewards Enrollment Bonus. You know, there's really only three simple things that we do at Young Living. We help people get enrolled with a premium starter kit. We help those people get on Essential Rewards, and we help those people get their friends enrolled with a premium starter kit. This is step 2. We're helping people get on Essential Rewards. Now, a lot of times, I'll admit, in the beginning, I would get to step 2 of that enrollment process, and I would tell people, oh, you know, that's ER thing. That's for when you know you're really going to be into this and you want to order something, you want to get on ER. Has anybody ever done that? Come on, be honest. I know I wasn't alone because I was teaching this. All right, so what you do duplicates. What I had to do is change my mindset. People understand a monthly shipment box way more than we give them credit for. Okay, so step back away from I don't really want to sell them anything, and step into that confidence that they need this product. They're going to use this product because you're going to hold their hand and you're going to teach them how. Then they're going to turn around and go, I'm out of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Who knew? How am I going to get some more? You're going to help them learn how to get on Essential Rewards. And when you do, you enroll them with a premium starter kit. You get them on ER the first month at 100 PV. Then you're going to earn an additional $15. A little caveat here is they also need their second month to be on ER at 100 PV or more. Young Living's going to pay you in your commission check just like they did on anything else. So if you're doing that right now, your November check is going to have $15 on it for every person you help do this. Is anybody actually doing that now? I know D is, you are, anyone else? What's your enrollment percentage? Do you know your your ER percentage? D's is around 52% right now. I know that because I'm working with her. So that's huge. So let's get that ER percentage up. How do you know your ER percentage? You can find it in an Oily Tool app. That's an advanced class. I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump around. But anyway, helping people do these things, these are simple things, and they expect you. When you go to get your nails done or your hair done and you get, $125, $150 worth of color and cut and style, are you going to leave there and not ask the hairstylist what you need to take care of your investment with? No. Your friends are investing in them, in their health, by purchasing a premium starter kit. So it's your job, it's my job to help them know what they're going to need to continue the story. Okay? All right, so the bonus is paid out the following month's paycheck. We talked about that. The member must keep that 100 PV on ER the second month, or you'll actually see a deduction in your next paycheck. Okay, so follow up. Talk to them the next month. Hey, I see that your ER date's coming up. Let's make sure you have 100 PV on there because you're going to get a free oil. You're going to get to keep your $15. Okay, so here's another thing. This was a common question that was asked when this bonus came up. Do I have to make sure that the ER processes at the same time as the PSK, of the Premium Starter Kit? The answer is no. If somebody signed up on October 4th for a Premium Starter Kit, but you got them on ER before midnight on the 31st, you still earn that $15 bonus. It does not have to be at the same time. It just has to be in the same calendar month. Okay? All right. Okay, what happens after the first 3 months that somebody's on your team? That Fast Start bonus, it lasted 3 months. But what happens after that? It's called Unilevel commissions. So this is where we start seeing the 100 PV requirement for your personal purchases. In my opinion, you should always be ordering 100 PV on ER. No questions asked. Paul says he wished we only ordered 100 PV. For one thing, you're going to get that free oil, and you'll always be qualified for commissions all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond. You will never have to worry about missing any of the 9 payouts if you're placing a 100 PV on ER every month. Okay, so let's talk about Unilevel. This Unilevel's actually paid out during the first 3 months as well, but it's reduced by
70%.
70% because they're already paying out a lot of money with that 25% and the 10%, right? Yep. So they have to kind of reduce that Unilevel commission. So when you're looking at somebody's in order and you're trying to decide is it worth them spending 100 PV to make $5, then it's a conversation we hear a lot. But ask me, I say yes, it's worth it.
But if you've taught the person the lifestyle, $100 a month is easy.
It is. It's so easy. But here are my little pink people here. Okay, this is me, and I enrolled Sally. She's on my first level, my level 1. She's right next to me. I earn 8% on everything Sally orders. Sally enrolled Julie, and I earned 5% on everything Julie orders, or everybody on my second level I earned 5% on. So this is what the math looks like. If they order 100 PV, 8% is $8. That's easy math, okay? Third level, I'm earning 4% on my third level. Fourth level, I'm earning 4%, and on my fifth level, I'm earning 4%, okay? Again, 100 PV on that. All right. That third task that I talked to you about is helping people understand that they need to enroll their friends, right? This particular bonus is something that we didn't pay very much attention to when we enrolled back in 2013. It just, it was like a $40 payout at the time, and it just didn't.
Well, and I think we were also told, it's not enough money, don't even worry about looking at that bonus.
Yes.
So we didn't. And
yeah.
Had we looked at that bonus, we would have been diamond 6 months earlier. And that cost us a fortune by not looking at
that. Cost us about $1,800 a month.
Just in bonus.
Just plus, in the diamond bonus.
Yes.
By not paying attention to this Rising Star Team bonus. So guys, pay attention. This is where you're going to write a lot of notes, and we're going to camp out on this slide for a little while, okay? This is also right here on the compensation plan at a glance. All right, so just kind of visualize this with me for a minute. All right. We often hear that one of the biggest assets as an entrepreneur is your list of contacts. You ever heard that? Your warm market. And we're told sometimes, write a big list, 100 people, memory jogger. Anybody seen those? Okay, I'm going to ask you to take that a step further. I'm going to ask you to take that one big list and divide it up into 7 smaller lists, representative of each one of those circles there on the board. Now, each one of those small 7 lists is going to represent a circle of your influence. The people you go to church with, the people you went to high school with, the people you went to college with. Maybe your kids play soccer and it's the moms on the soccer team. You get the picture. You're going to identify each one of those lists as your 7 circles of influence. If you want to see a big video on this, Erin Rogers, Royal Crown Diamond, does an excellent explanation of this. This is all her notes that I have for this particular concept. with those 7 circles of influence, you're going to look at that list. You're going to look at those names. You know, it might be 10 or 20, maybe more names on each one of those lists. And you're going to comb through there and you're going to identify somebody that is a health nut, somebody that's an entrepreneur, somebody that is needing to make a little extra money, or somebody that's a go-getter, you know, somebody that's a natural-born leader. You're going to call them up and you're going to say, hey, listen, Sally, I have this new opportunity and I'm working really hard on it. I love these products. I cannot get enough of them in my home. I'm making better choices for my family and I'm going to educate everybody we know on it. And I need a partner. I'm structuring my business and I need somebody to put first level to me so that when I enroll all of our friends, they have somebody to go to besides me. We're going to partner together and we're going to help change the lives of these people on this list. Are you in? Sally's going to be like, I'm intrigued. You know, maybe she needs a little more information. This is where your influence matters. All the little times that you have spent with your friends and you've built influence and character with your friends and integrity is going to come to play here, okay? So you're going to have to identify that person. And then when you have her say yes,
and that's where that if I will you comes in too, because if
Yes.
you're going to do that, if you're going to partner with somebody and help build underneath them, you need them to commit to 100 PV a month minimum.
Yes,
Order.
yes.
On
And
ER.
if I will you, that's worth writing down. If I put you first level to me, will you help me teach a class? Will you host a class and let's invite all the other soccer moms and let's teach them about Young Living? So you can do that if I will you in many, many ways. But let's say this is Sally, we're enrolled Sally. We repeated that process with at least 3 of our little lists that we've got made, okay? So we're enrolling people. We know we're at 100 PV on ER, and those people have committed to also going on ER at 100 PV. And as you're teaching these people, you're also doing the same thing with everybody on those 7 lists, all right? So ultimately, you're going to have that repeated, and you're going to start working with them. You're going to host classes together. You're going to be doing those income-producing activities together, and they're going to start building, all right? As you get 3 legs at 300 OGV each or more, and it doesn't mean that this has to have people under them. This one could have placed a 300 PV on her own, and that's a leg, all right? As you get 3 legs at 300 OGV, you're going to get a share. Well, what is a share? A share is a percentage of all of the Young Living sales, 1% of the global Young Living sales divided up, and right now it's capped off. It will cap off. We've seen it not capped off, but it's been capped off for what, 3 years now?
At $50.
At $50 a share. So this is a scoop of gravy on your potatoes. It's good stuff. You didn't have to work extra hard for it. It's just it's given to you. All right? As you're helping your teams and they're growing and you're having classes, this is all organic, guys. It just works. Then 2 of these people have moved up and you're adding some more people. And now you've got 2 legs at 500 OGV and you still have 3 legs at 300 OGV. Now you've just captured 2 more shares. So that's $50 a share there. So you've got 1 here and 2 here. You're at $150 extra on your paycheck just for structuring this way. And you're repeating the process over and over and over again. Now your teams are really growing. You've got 2 legs at 1,000 OGV, 2 legs at 500, and 3 legs at 300. You can get 6 shares, a total of 6 shares or $300 extra on your paycheck. That's incredible. Now, this is only paid out for 24 months after your first month to earn it. I've seen people earn it and then maybe life got in the way and they just got distracted and they quit really working it. And 2 years later, they decided to work the business again and that share's not available to them anymore. Young Living does this to help you get encouraged to go on to the next rank because there's more good stuff coming, more good bonuses. So it's only available to stars, senior stars, and executives. What am I leaving out?
Well, the most important part about that is it structures you to have 7 legs. You need 6 legs to get all the way to the top of the company. Royal Crown Diamond, you need 6 legs, and you need 1,000 OGV outside that leg. So that 7th leg is your OGV outside. So it structures you, it sets you up to succeed in Young Living if you follow that. in which we didn't and we regret. And that's the only way we teach it now is for people to do it this way.
Well, also, if you do this exact scenario, you are now ranked to executive. Do you see that? Do you see how the numbers added up? To get to executive, you need an overall group volume, you and everybody on your team, of 4,000 OGV. And you need 2 legs at 1,000. Well, we have 2 legs at 1,000, so check, we got that checked off. But 1, 2, 3,000, 3 is 900, and you are 100. So added all that up, you're at 4,000 OGV. So now you've ranked to executive, which is awesome. So let's talk about the ranks, because we want to know, how do we promote up in Young Living? We're going to talk about star through silver. So with star, 500 OGV. You could knock this out with your own order. I know plenty of people that do. In fact, I go through, and when I'm looking at recognizing stars, I'm like, ugh, I don't know if somebody wants to be recognized for spending a lot of money on their order, right? So you kind of have to use a little judgment on that. The average paycheck of a star is $75. A senior star is 200 overall group volume. I'm sorry, 2,000 overall group volume, and the average paycheck is $235. Now, again, one person could take care of that order in one fell swoop. Order an aroma complete, a couple of things, and you're already there. But this senior star, likely she has had some other friends interested, and together they did $2,000 in a month. And $235, that's pretty much paying for your own personal usage each month. So you think about where you need to be with your Young Living income, and look at a number. I recommend looking at Royal Crown, by the way, and don't set your sights too low. So executive, we just talked about that with the Rising Star Team bonus. Executives, this is where you absolutely have to have somebody along with you, because you have to have 2 teams at 1,000. 2 of those legs have to be at 1,000 overall group volume each, and you need overall 4,000 overall group volume. Now, when I looked at this, this was in June of 2014. I said, yeah, I don't know enough people that'll order $4,000 worth of oils in 1 month. Thanks anyway. Y'all, it happened that month. You just do the things. You're passionate. You learn the products. You learn what's in the kit. You got a couple of promos. You learn what to do with those. And you just can't stop talking about it to people, and they see your passion and enthusiasm, and they're like, I want in, I want in. So the average income of an executive is $502. Y'all, these are averages. I know people that are making $2,000 as an executive. It depends on how you're enrolling. If you're a high enroller, you're getting those $50 every time somebody enrolls, so it racks up really quick in the paycheck. Okay, so then silver. Silver is 2 teams at 4,000, so you're looking at growing 2 executives, 2 legs. That's where we set our sights, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's get to silver.
And the reason we did that at that time, if you hit silver in 6 months from being executive, you got the Aroma Complete kit. So we thought, we still didn't think we did the business. We just thought, well, let's get that $2,000 kit. That's $2,000 in the oils. My thought was, if we get that $2,000 kit, she'll quit ordering all these oils. So it didn't work that way.
That's so cute how you thought that. Oh, yeah, it smells a whole lot more than oils, isn't it, y'all?
Yeah.
So much is. Okay, so the average paycheck of a silver is $2,088. That's average. Again, I've seen some silvers making way more than that. So silver is attainable, and it's the first real big leadership rank at Young Living. So let's talk about this, because you remember the Rising Star Team bonus that paid out through executive? That's replaced at this level with the Generation Leadership bonus. But in addition to that, you earn generations. Do you remember that 8, 5, 4, 4, 4? You are now getting between 2.5 and 3% additional off of everyone in your group. And there's some little details on that. That's an advanced class, and we don't want to get bogged down on all the terms, but that's where you go to the terms and definitions and you figure that out.
But you're still making the 8, 5, 4,
Yes.
4, 4.
Yes.
You get 2.5% of the whole group on top of that.
Yes. And so then the Generational Leadership bonus. This is super cool. Do you remember that $50 share? Now you're getting 1 share as a silver. It's calculated on 6.25% of all of Young Living sales. Right now, that's running between $125 and $150 a share in the time that we've been in Young Living. That's extra on top of your paycheck. All right, so that's pretty cool. It does replace a Rising Star Team bonus. And do you see why you want to keep moving forward? You look at, on this chart, I'm not going to try to show it to you, but this generational leadership bonus, this little half circle looking thing, at silver you get 1 share. It's not just for you. You want to raise up silvers. Remember those executives that you needed to grow to get 2 legs at 4,000? You want to raise up silvers. You want to help everybody on your team rake up to silver, because when you hit silver and they're hitting silver, you're getting a share for yourself and for them to a certain level. As you go up in rank, and there are 5 more ranks to go, you're getting 2 shares at gold, 3 shares at platinum, 4 shares at diamond. That's why, in addition to the diamond bonus, we missed out on a lot of money by not following that Rising Star Team bonus from the get-go. Is that something you guys now want to go home and work on? It's pretty important. Okay. So, all right, there's another thing that Young Living gives you called Elite Express. This replaced the Silver and 6 that we had when we were ranking up. This is in detail on the website under Elite Express, but you can earn bonuses as you rise through the ranks. And we've seen people doing this. We've got some people doing this right now. If you go from senior star to executive within 2 months, now this is not the month you hit, it's the month after you hit. So September, you ranked to senior star. And you have October, November, you have till the end of November to hit executive, and you'll get 2,000 points. Now don't confuse these with essential rewards points, because these are not ER points. These are like magic dollars that sit in an account for you to go to this private shopping website and cash in on some great stuff. If you hit executive to silver in 4 months, you get 4,000 points and you get 200 ER points. So again, you get product with that because you can cash those in on Young Living product. Silver to gold in 8 months, you get 10,000 points and 300 ER points. Gold to platinum, you get, in 8 months, you get 16,000 points and 800 ER points. I could use 800 ER points. I buy a lot of nitro. Platinum to diamond in 8 months, you get 20,000 points. All right, and then the bonus elite in 30, that is where you go from senior star all the way to diamond within 30 months. We would have hit that. I've got people on my team ready to hit that. You would have had another 20,000 points. So what do you do with the points? Like I said, you go to this private website and you get to shop. I've seen iPads, I've seen luggage, I've seen jewelry, I've seen all kinds of price points, and you get to redeem those points and shop for what you want, okay? Also, when you're working the business with Young Living, you get a lot of great travel. Oh gosh, the first year we were in Young Living, the next year, the first full year, we were on the road all the time. It was a good thing we were homeschooling because we took our kids with us. We saw a lot of the world. Through leadership retreats, when you hit a rank, like silver and above, and maintain it for 3 months, Young Living's going to send you on an all-expense paid trip. We just got back from the silver retreat where we didn't go as earners, we went as celebrators. We got to go and celebrate the 9 people that had ranked up to silver last year and qualified for this year's rank retreat. Gold, 3 months in a row, you go on a gold retreat. Platinum, 3 months in a row, you go on another retreat. That one's to Ecuador.
That's an awesome trip.
Yes.
The best.
The best. And then diamond, 3 months in a row, you go on the diamond retreat. Now, the only retreat that happens every year for you to continue to qualify is diamond. So you want to get to diamond, you want to stay qualified and go on a diamond trip every single year with the other diamonds, crowns, and royals in Young Living. So get your passport, make sure it's up to date because you're going to need it. Okay, so we've talked about all of this stuff. And we talked about the 3 things that you typically have to do to make it work in this business. Enroll people, help them get on ER, and help them enroll their friends. But how do you do that? A lot of times we can get stuck, but there are true income-producing activities. You see them right there. Let's talk about this. From your phone, let's see. To get people enrolled, you can do classes, events, one-on-one, coffee dates, taking samples to a friend's house, meeting people in the parking lot. I felt like a drug dealer, okay? Because literally I was like, oh, just meet me over there at Target and, I'll be like in there. and swapping out oils, so constantly getting oils in the hands of other people so that they can experience what you have. Play dates, get together with your friends, meet at the park, bring your kit, talk about the oils. Girls' nights out, get together with your girlfriends, do make and takes. Guys, you can do this too. You can make hunting spray with pine essential oil or whatever it is manly that you want to do. There's some things that the guys can do too. From your phone, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Marco Polo, you have emails, phone calls. Okay, getting people ordering, that's a big one. All right, first, essential rewards. We want to make sure we're getting people on essential rewards. We want to do this at enrollment. You want to send your new members resources, materials. You want to meet with them. Find out when their kid arrived. Hey, is your kid in? Let's unpack it together. Here's what I want you to do. There's all kinds of tools out there. Drip campaigns, things that you can send them automatically, or you can just pick up the phone like old-fashioned people do and call somebody. You can have 201 style classes or what's next classes, specific body systems or types. A lot of people with leaky gut? Have a leaky gut class. There's a lot of products we can have to help our guts stay healthy. Tag your new members in your Facebook groups. If you don't have a Facebook group, that's okay. Your upline does, I promise you, because we've got Elevate Up, we've got Elevate You. Everybody should be in those groups. Elevate Up is for business talk. Elevate You is for all the product usages. In my team, if you're on my team, we have the co-op. We have the co-op where we talk about products, and we have the co-op for business where we talk about business. Make sure that you're plugging your people in those groups. Use what your upline has for you. Tag them in files. You guys, if you could see all the information that we have compiled over 5.5 years in a Facebook group, we don't get to choose what Facebook does with those and how to look for it, but the Files tab is a great place to look. The photo albums. We got smart, a few years ago and started making photo albums, and in those albums we would name them, like it would be recipe box. And in that recipe box you could find anything you wanted to find on how to cook with Young Living, right? So look for those photo albums. And now Facebook has a thing called units. It's just like homeschool. It's like lessons, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. You can go through there and you can look through your upline's resources and tag your new friends in them. It's all about the education. Help your new members figure out a health care plan. Does anybody in here have an iTovi or access to a Zytoscan? Those are fantastic for helping you identify, take the guesswork out of what their body's muscle testing for right now. If you don't have one, get with your upline. I'm sure that the Bloom Studio probably has events for you guys to do scan events. That will help you help them. So let's say they scan for Life 9. How many pills are in a bottle of Life 9? 30. How many times do you take that?
Once a day.
Once a day. How often are you going to need that? Every month. So you see how you can take them through a 3 or 4 month wellness plan. Therapeo healing is about small changes over a long period of time. It's not about those drops of oil in our starter kit, although those are fantastic. We want to help people target their nutrition so that they are constantly coming up with products that they can learn to use. Okay? All right, and get people sharing. Encourage people from the get-go to share early. Oh, you just got your kit. Let's help you get that paid for. We need to get you 4 friends signed up with the way you got in, and you're going to get reimbursed. So those are words and lingo that you can use to help people. Show your members where to find their enrollment link. Does everybody in here know where to find your enrollment link on the virtual office? It's right under member resources. You copy and paste that. You can make a cute little short bit.ly link if you want, but make sure you're helping your new enrollment people know where to find their enrollment link. Because
that new Young Living app is amazing. The
Yes,
Wild
it is.
Share.
Yes, it is.
That is free, and if you don't have it, you need to get on your Play Store and download that now. That Wild app is crazy good.
Or your app store if you're an iPhone user. We're a divided household. He's doing Okay, so
We're
yes,
trying to convert.
YL Share. It's free. Young Living just launched it right before the rally.
Tons of good
Oh
stuff
yeah,
on there.
and they're building on it.
Who all has that, by the way?
Yay! Look at y'all.
Good.
Y'all are so smart. Okay, so again, when you're getting people sharing, get them plugged into your upline's user business groups, all right, on Facebook. Get together with the group. Like these 3 ladies, they're all part of the same organization. Pull them together into a Marco Polo chat. Hey guys, let's chat. Who's got Marco Polo? Oh, Jackie's been working hard, hasn't she? So Marco Polo is a video walkie-talkie. It's free. It doesn't use up your data, your memory, but it will use your data if you don't have an unlimited package, so make sure you're on Wi-Fi. But you can video walkie-talkie with people. One good thing I've seen and that Jackie's observed with people using the Marco Polo is that they're no longer afraid to get on a Facebook Live because they've been doing Marco Polo with you and they feel comfortable staring at themselves in a screen. So if you haven't been doing Facebook Live, that is a huge avenue for you guys to share all of these things, to get people enrolled, to get them ordering, and to help them enroll. Facebook Live is huge. People are scrolling through and they're not paying attention to posts, especially copied and pasted posts with generic graphics. You want to get in front of people. You want to beat the algorithm, so make sure you're using some live videos. Okay, another thing you want to make sure you have your people plugged into is when is convention, where's it at, how do I get a ticket, when is Diamond Bound. Diamond Bound will rock your face off. It is fantastic. If you can only afford to do one event next year, I would just go ahead and tell you, go to Diamond Bound, because when you fall in love with what your purpose is and you do the heart work at Diamond Bound, you'll never miss another convention. It's that powerful, okay? Somebody may have the recordings of that, so check with your upline because you can purchase that this last year that we just came back from a couple of weeks ago in an MP3. It's $199 for all those things. Just listen to them. It's good stuff. It's like church for oil people. Okay, so walk the walk. Use your products. You guys, I'm a huge proponent of this. If you are not using your products, your prospects are going to see right through you. Doesn't mean that you have to be this little fit yoga instructor looking person, all right? It means that you're a work in progress. We all are. None of us are where we need to be physically, emotionally, spiritually. But when you're using your products, you're a work in progress. If you're going to be vulnerable and allow your warm market, even your cold market, to see you as you are moving forward in your journey, then you will be more authentic to them and they're going to be more drawn to you. All right? So make sure that when you're using your products, you're doing it out loud. You're taking your products. Let's say you're down at the coffee shop and you're working to get some quiet time away from the busy household. You got your stuff spread out, set your oils out. I can't tell you how many people have walked by the coffee table at Starbucks going, oh my gosh, are those essential oils? Yes, they are. Let's talk about them. What do you know about essential oils? So take them everywhere you go. They should be with you everywhere you go. All right, so don't just talk about the products, you use them. I don't want to step on any toes, but I'm going to anyway. 100 PV is all you need to get all the way to Royal Crown Diamond. But if 100 PV is all you're spending each month, you're not walking the walk. It's the way it is. You need way more product. And money may be an option, a stumbling block for you, and I totally understand. I taught Dave Ramsey in 2 different churches, and we're financially free and haven't always been, so I understand. But let me tell you, there's a way. And where there's a will, there's a way. So you've got to decide, is this something that is, are you worth it? And are you willing to put in what it takes? We weren't doing the business. This happened organically for us because I couldn't shut my mouth about Young Living. But I paid for my starter kit, and I have never dipped in my pocket for any other product in the last 5.5 years because our commission check pays us back. So this is an investment. Talk to your tax advisor. When you order products, some of that can be a tax deduction. It just depends on what you're using, what you're giving away as samples, and all of that.
It also depends on your tax guy because we've heard it both ways. Yep.
Depends on who you talk to.
Yep.
When you use your products, you fall in love with them, and that translates into OGV. And what are we paid on? OGV. Okay? So, there's education out there. Product education is huge. No matter who your upline is, no matter whether you've ever heard from the person that enrolled you or not, there's information out there. Life Science Publishing is the only publisher of education that is Young Living approved. Gary's works himself, his notes, his studies, all of the science that he did is published by Life Science. If you're buying your resources from somewhere else, it might not be legit. They change things up. They change recipes. They change protocols just to avoid plagiarism on their part. Okay? So there's a white book out there. Throw it away. You need the purple book or the blue book, whatever the 7th edition is right now. Those books from anything from Life Science is going to be legit information for you to study from. All right? Again, all of your uplines have groups where you can go and learn. Whatever you do duplicates. So if you're spending 100 PV, everybody on your team is probably going to hover right around 100 PV, most of them under that. All right, so be an overachiever, set your goal. I don't think I have ever had an ER order in 5.5 years less than 300 PV. And if there's a 400 PV tier like we do this month, I'm going to go ahead and bump it up to that too.
Yes, you will.
Can't help it.
Sometimes 2 orders.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm at 25% back on ER, so I look at it like this: $25 on every 100 I spend is going into my account for me to turn around and buy some more stuff. So, I mean, when you're doing makeup and you have Christmas gifts to get and birthday gifts to get, and you have animals that you care for, and a husband and me that are working on targeted system support, you're going to go through. You have to pace yourself. It's like, this is all we're going to get. Now let's go cash in some ER points. Be savvy about that. Because if you're putting, I don't know, $800 on your ER order, that's okay. That's awesome. But what would it look like mathematically if you took that $800 order and you split up $400 on an ER order and $400 on a quick order? Would the points be greater than the freebies, or would the freebies be greater than the points? You just have to look at it each month. It changes. So I usually go for double freebies. All right, so let's say, okay, you guys need to get excited. Am I the only one that's excited in here about this? You guys have got to get excited. Keep this super simple, all right? There's just no reason to get it complicated. Remember, there's 3 main things that we're doing. People will be willing to share if they can see you're doing it and that it's simple. If they see you working all hours of the day and night and you're making it complicated, they're like, I don't want to do what she's doing. She's working her tail off. So you want to keep it simple. Don't wait to find excited people. You cannot wait to find those people. You have to be the thermometer, or the thermostat, not the thermometer. You have to set the pace, the tone, and the excitement. You have to set the expectation. People will come on board with you because of your example and your leadership in the realm of excitement and enthusiasm and confidence. Be confident about it. You know, you might not know exactly what's in that product. You don't know all the ingredients because, let's face it, we're all still learning these products. That's why we have all these great books.
But you know more than they do. That's the key to remember.
That's right. And you come across confident about it, and they're like, okay, she knows what she's talking about. Okay, read books. Leaders are readers. What are you reading right now? What are you listening to? Are you spending time binging on Netflix? Or are you investing in the things that's going to help you grow your business, to develop yourself? I love Audible. I've been into Audible a lot lately. You see this little pop socket? I literally have a pop socket bracket in my shower, up high where my phone won't get wet. But I go into the shower every day with something to listen to, whether it's praise and worship music or some kind of Audible book. I'm making sure that what's going in here and in here is something that's building me up, not tearing me down. You know, people go, well, I'm busy. Well, we're all busy, but we commute, we cook, we clean. You know, we have times that we can pop in some headphones and we can get stuff done by listening to it. All right, develop yourself always. I've heard it said that network marketing is like self-improvement with a compensation plan. And it's true. We spent, oh my gosh, it's tax deductible, but we have spent so much money going to things like Danny Johnson and GoPro, and what's that other one? Mastermind. And of course, anything that we can get to, like Diamond Bound. All of those events are great, but let me tell you, don't spend all your time going to those things and developing yourself and waiting on that right time to start doing this business. The time is now. We started in 2013, and there was this huge wave that we were able to get up on and ride. We did have a little slump right after the 2014 FDA letters that went out, but you guys, we're back on that upward swing again. We can hardly keep up with the people that are wanting to know more about Young Living, wanting to find out, I've heard Young Living's better than some of these other essential oils. Teach me, show me, enroll me. Can you enroll me? It's crazy. So you guys need to be paying attention to that. So the only ones that fail at Young Living are the ones that quit. That's true. It's true with anything. I think I went ahead and told you some of these things. Okay, you know, you cannot drag a horse to water and make them drink. You've heard that. You got to make them thirsty first. You have to make them want to go to that water and drink from it. But please don't spend so much time with those non-thirsty horses thinking that something you can say or something you can post or something you can do. They're not going to have their light switch flipped on until they're ready to see. All right? We cannot be everybody's person that gets them turned on to this. So don't get bogged down by those people that are not ready to run this race with you. You want to surround yourself with people that see this vision with you. You want to partner with them, whether they're on your team or they're cross-line. Jackie's a cross-line cousin to me, and we have done so many fun things together. She lives a mile and a half down the road from me. Have I ever looked at her like, oh, she's going to get to my people in Alabaster before I can get to them? No. You work together, and you spread all of this oily goodness, which is what our mission statement is anyway, to get oils in every single home in the world. We can't do it on our own. We have to partner up and run that together. So surround yourself with those people. The hustle's real, guys. It is real. These IPAs are real. You have to be committed to this. The magic formula is in connecting with people. Talk to people. Stop looking at your phone in the checkout line. Put it down and talk to people. Be prepared for grit and work. I promise you, it is worth it. All right, so unless you have something to add, we're ready.
One thing I do want to add is a lot of this talk that we're talking about sounds like it's all about the money. But the way I look at it is the money is just a barometer of how many more people we're helping, how many more homes we're getting oils in. And the money in the hands of good people is a good thing.
Yes.
We can see people that need help and just give them money now. We can give more to our church than we've ever gave before. We can help all kind of causes because we have the money to do it.
That's right.
Because we're helping people.
Yep.
So it's not just about making $1 and holding on tight to it and nobody's going to get it. It's about walking around like that with your hand open and giving money out, helping people. You see a need, fill it.
And if I could just get a little churchy on you real quick. When we're sick and we're tired and we're broke, we can't do what God gave us a purpose to do. All right? That's right where the enemy wants us to be, is sick and tired and broke. We can't do the work, right? So let's work on not being sick. Young Living has an answer for that. Let's work on not being tired. Hello, Nitro. Zing, right? Let's work on not being broke. It all works together for wellness, purpose, and abundance. It all goes. You cannot do one without getting the others. And when you do that, then you can rise up and you can be fulfilling that purpose that God created you to be and do it with, like as better than you could ever have done it before. You have those messages. When you're given that diagnosis of an autoimmune or something like that, yours might be something different. It wasn't given to you for you to be miserable. It was given to you so that you can figure out a way out, climb out of it. On your way out of climbing out of it, teach the people you're telling that, all of the things that you're learning. Hey, let me tell you what I learned about food. Let me tell you what I learned of what a GMO is. Let me tell you what I learned about organic lifestyles. Let me tell you why I'm getting rid of bleach out of my house. They'll listen. Have I said one thing about Young Living in that conversation? No. But when you earn their credibility that you are wanting to teach them something, you're giving them the information. All you're doing is Googling, finding some reputable resources, and regurgitating it to people. And you're encouraging them to go, I don't have to live with these headaches. I don't have to live with all this stuff. Is that non-compliant? No, because we didn't talk about a product, did we? We talked about a lifestyle. And that's the lifestyle that you're teaching. All right? Okay. Let's take some questions. Did anybody write anything down?